More than any other time of year, Christmas is a time of promises. Probably not for the reason you're thinking right now. There's a lot of reasons why there is promises. What I'm talking about is the promises that were made by the God of the Christian Bible. See, the Bible's like no other religious book. And depending on where you're at in your faith walk, or maybe Christianity is something that you're not really familiar with, you just think it's one of the other religious books out there. No other religious book does what the Bible does, and that is makes prediction after prediction after prediction. And it started thousands of years ago. And every one of those predictions has come true in amazing, amazing ways. In fact, the very holiday that we're here to celebrate, and it seems a little strange because we always kind of celebrate Christ's birth really at night, but it's okay because in Jewish counting of a day, once the sun went down, it was the next day. So guess what? It's really okay for Christmas Eve services. It really is. We'll talk about the December 25th thing another day if you'd like. But this is a holiday about promises kept. And we've heard some scripture already that verify. We started back in Isaiah. We'll talk about that more in a minute, where this is what's going to happen. And then 600 years after Isaiah, it did happen. When Jesus of Nazareth, Jesus the Christ, was born. Just in his birth, there were dozens of scriptures fulfilled throughout his life. Hundreds. It all points to this, that there's no better time to remember that Jesus will soon return than while talking about his first coming to earth. You're thinking, huh? Yeah. See, once again, the Bible is this book full of promises. And it promised a lot about his first coming, and all of those have come true. And the Old Testament, as well as the New Testament, talks about his next return. And in the announcement to a wonderful girl named Mary. Oh, Mary. I could go on about Mary. Mary, the mother of Jesus. Mary, who is this unbelievable teenage girl. We'll talk about that more in a moment. This wonderful girl, that there were promises made that were kept at the birth of Jesus, and there were promises yet to be fulfilled. So we're going to look at that tonight in our brief time together. First of all is this. There's four glorious... It's okay. It's been a great day. I had to drive to Oakland and back. Do you know how much traffic was on the 580 today? There were more people on the 580 that are from Joplin, Missouri, where two of our boys live. We just know that. 7 lanes, no movement. It was really exciting. Sorry, sideline. The 4 glorious promises, though, that were fulfilled in the life of Jesus. 4 glorious promises. And we need to set the context, which is always kind of fun because we're going back to that manger scene again. Look at Luke. Actually, this is before the manger scene. Luke, the first chapter, starting in verse 26. And this is where Mary is met by the angel in the small village of Nazareth. Now, Nazareth was maybe a town of 250 or 300 people. This was a very itty-bitty town. I mean, smaller than Crow's Landing. Wow, that's little. So here's what Mary is told. Just picking up, please, in verse 26. In the 6th month, God sent the angel Gabriel to Nazareth, a town in Galilee, to a virgin pledged to be married to a man named Joseph, a descendant of David. The virgin's name was Mary, and the angel went to her and said, "Greetings, you are highly favored. The Lord is with you." Mary was greatly troubled at his words. Just real quick, an angel just appeared to you. His words are kind of the least of my concern. Do you get that? I mean, this whole thing is kind of surreal to this young lady. Mary was greatly troubled at his words and wondered what kind of a greeting this might be. But the angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary. You have found favor with God."